Today, we will show the search results designer, which will allow you to manage one search results page and as many results templates as you need. And the reader designer, which will allow you to manage multiple reader pages to provide some different experiences depending on metadata, and as many topic templates as needed. So let's go first with the search designer. So as I told you, you can manage one search results page and a lot of result templates, as many as you need. And it can be powerful because you can differentiate certain results according to the type of results it is, or according to some metadata. To do so, in the administration, remember last time we covered the home, the custom section, and the shared components. But now we will go in the search results under the design sections. And here we have two main areas. The first one is the search results page, which allow you to modify the whole search result page, and the result templates, which allows you to create as many templates as you need for every result. Here, for example, we have a lot of result templates, some for depending on the profile of the user, if he's a developer, a maintainer, and so on. And what we will see together is the contextual components of this search page, because last time we went a lot in the layout, basic, and shared components section. But now what is interesting is the contextual section, because depending on the type of page you are working on, it will always be different. I mean, this section will not have the same components. So here you can see that we have a search bar, search scope, and so on. It's really the contextual component for the search page. But first, what I wanted to do is to show you that with the classic reader, we have some areas that I highlighted. And I want to show you that you have everything you need with the designer to do the same. So if we go on our classic search page, it's the classic one. If we highlight every area here, you will see that here I copied all the components we have. We have all we need to do quite the same. So here is the search bar. I have this component. It's okay. Next, the language selector. To switch languages for your search, we have this component too. Next, the number of results. We have the result count. Some actions here, copy link and save to save the search. All of these type of actions are covered by the action block component, which will always be set differently according to the type of action you need. Then we have the spell check. Here you can see that I'm mistaken. I type reference and not reference. So it's on purpose, and you can see that we have the spell check component. Then the search results. I mean, it's quite important. We have it too. Under it, we have the load more results if we have a lot of results, and it's an action block too, with a different type of action. Then on the left side, we have the selected filters of our current search. So we have this one too. The clear filters, it's an action block too with a different action. The search scope to find only, search only in document titles. And the filters, so you will need to put, every time you need a filter on the metadata, you will put another filter component. And yeah, of course, if you have some saved searches, it's not my case here. We have it too to display every saved searches of the current user logged in. So as you can see, we checked all of this. We have the no results too, and it means that you are ready to use it. And let's go deeper and let's try to build our own search result page now. So this time we have more live example. So here is our portal. And as I told you in the design section, in the search results, we have these two sections here. The default search, we will modify it, and then the templates for each result. First, I will enable the designed interface because we want to be displayed in front office. And then I will modify my default search. I prepared a little layout for this demo, so we just have to worry about the component themselves and drag and drop them. It's not really fancy, just a little column and some areas here. So I will hide the layout components. We don't need them anymore. The basic ones, we will go back there, but I will hide them too, and the deprecated and shared components. All we need, the main ones, are the contextual components, as I told you. So let's try to build our search. So first, I will put the search bar here. Then if we need here the result count, like in the classic one, we can put it here. As you can see, I'm just drag and dropping them because in the settings, this kind of components don't require anything. It will work out of box. You don't need to set anything. The action block here, we will try one to save the search, the current search. So I will put an action block. And then I will need to set it. So we go in the settings tab. And then what action do I want in this block? I want it to save search. There's a bunch of actions, copy link to clipboard, clear filters, and so on. We want, when we click here, that it saved the search. So this is my action. But now we need to go back to the basic components because within an action block, we need a content to show the user there's an action you can do here. So we'll put a simple rich text. You can put an icon or whatever you want. And I will put, I don't know, save search. It's okay like this. And just as a matter of design display, I will go back to my action block. And in the styles, I will delete the min width. I don't want it to be that wide. Okay. Next, we will put some data here. So the spell check first, if we made a mistake during our search, as I told you before with the reference. Then we can put the search results, would be great. And as you can see, it's displayed here. And then we will focus, I think, on the left side. Put first the selected filters. And just a quick reminder, as you can see, some components are highlighted in yellow. So it means that they will not always be visible to the user because, I mean, if you didn't select any filters, this area will not be displayed. Same for the spell check, it will only be displayed if you made a mistake during your search. And you can switch it off and on here with this little eye icon. So a lot of components will have this highlight. Then we can put the search scope to find only the results in document titles. Then the language selector. For instance, same, if you only have one language, it will not be displayed. Some filters, of course. So I will put two just to show you. As you can see, we have no metadata bound to this filter right now. So these are some components we need to set. So we go to the settings, and all you have to do is to select a metadata. So first, I propose you the audience. And for the second one, I will put the drone type because we are on a drone website, drone portal again. And to finish, we will put our saved searches. So if the user save a search with some criteria, he will be able to find them here. And here is just some dummy data, so you can preview how it will be displayed. But as you can see, it can be big and occupy a lot of space in your left column. So what I propose you is to add a collapsible, so you will be able to click to show or hide the saved searches. So we go back to the layout section and we can find the collapsible item. Okay. And then with a collapsible, you can change the opening trigger and closing trigger text. So I will just, to be clear, put show saved searches, copy it, and then put it here. Hide saved searches. So it's clear like this. And then I will open it and I will drag and drop my saved searches component within it, within the content of the collapsible. As you can see in the breadcrumb, we have the collapsible content and then my saved searches. And I will just delete this dummy rich text. We don't need the lorem ipsum text anymore. Okay, so let's save and publish. As you can see, it was quick. And I will go back to my search and refresh. And as you can see, we use now the designed one, and it's like in back office. And what I wanted to show you is that if I open my collapsible now, it works, but my user, aka me, doesn't have any saved searches available right now. So it's not really nice. So to improve this user experience, you will maybe need sometimes, it's an interesting use case, to only display the collapsible if the user has at least one saved search. So what I will do is add a conditional visibility component. So in the layout section again, we have the conditional visibility. I will drag and drop it here. And in this component, you will add a rule to say whenever you want to make it appearing. So I will add a new rule. It's about the saved searches. So you have some other rules here, but we don't really care right now. So the saved searches, and the rule is if saved searches list is not empty, so you can put the other one, but we want it to be not empty, then display whatever is inside this component. So now that we have this rule, I will just need to drag and drop everything within it and save it again. And now if I refresh, you can see that I don't have my collapsible anymore because my user don't have any saved searches. I can show you it here. If I go, sorry, in my saved searches, I don't have any. But let's try our button here because we put it before. So I will save a search with an audience developer and a draw type food shipper, for example. You will need to give it a name. So my search and save it. And as you can see, it's displayed now. Oh, I will need to refresh, I think. Okay. And then that's it. It's working and we covered the case the user doesn't have any saved search available. So it's a reminder about the conditional visibility component, but with a use case about the search. Okay, and then a little bonus maybe. You see that when I'm scrolling down, my search bar isn't following, and it's not really good because I want my user to be able to search for another word every time he's browsing the results. So I will go back here, and I want the whole dark blue area here to follow the scroll. So I will go to the style for this area. And in the CSS properties, I already added 3 lines of CSS. It's only 3 lines, so maybe you don't know them, but it's just to show you that it's not that complicated. So it's just a position sticky because we want it to stick where to the top top 0, and the index 1 is here, so the content will overflow everything. And that's it. I will save. And then if I refresh, then this area will follow when I'm scrolling down. And I mean, it's quite cool, and we didn't do a bunch of things. My search is already ready. And then it's cool, but you have to remind that every result here is one template in itself, and you can modify it also, because here it's a big component, but everything here is configurable too. So we will go next to the search results again, but not in the default search, in the search result pages, I mean, but in the result templates. So this result template is the default one. We only have one currently. If I open it quickly to show you, you can see that we have the result title, some metadata. This one, the date, is a metadata too, but it's just displayed differently because of some CSS we added. And what we can do now is maybe provide another search result template. So we can maybe highlight some results for developers. It's my use case now. So to be quick, I will duplicate this first one because it's already quite good. So you can click on the 3 dots here and duplicate. You will give it a name. So for me, it's developer. And then I will modify it. And what we could do for the developer is to change the metadata, because maybe it doesn't care about the source content format and the language, the local. So we will change in the settings this metadata. The first one is bound to the source name, but for the developer, I propose you the document type maybe. And for the second one, we could provide the version. It's quite interesting for a developer. And to make it more visible for a developer, we could put a different icon, so it will highlight these results. So I will go back to my component, and in the basic components, we have the icon. So I will put it here, and I will change the settings. The icons variant, I want the material library from Google. And I found a quite good icon, the code. As you can see, it's displayed here. So now I save my new result templates. So we have these 2 result templates, but we didn't say to the search results to display it one or another depending on some metadata. So we have to do it. I will go back to my search page. And in the search results component, if I click on it and go to the settings, you will see that we can use a single template. So it's the case now, it's always the default template, but we can add some custom rules to display one or another. So we can add a new rule, and it can depend on the result type or the metadata. So I will try the metadata. And then if metadata, so I know that the document type can vary, and if it's equals to developer guide, then I want to use the developer template I just made. And if I save now, and refresh, you can see that we have, sorry, I'm not sure it's saved correctly. Oh, see, sorry, the audience is only developer now, so I always have my code icon, so it's cool. But if I clear my filters, you will see that for this one, for instance, we don't have the code icon, and the metadata are the local and the type of the source content. But for this one, it's a developer resource. We have the icon and the document type and the version. So it's not that complicated, but you can really highlight some search results depending on metadata. And we'll go back to the PowerPoint really quickly because it's almost everything for the search page. I want it to be simple. And now let's go to the reader designer.
May I just add one
yeah.
thing, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
Some people are asking if it's possible to use a default reader page inside the designer. Can you show that? Just reset draft to default, the 3 buttons.
Oh yeah, I can show it maybe after my
Okay,
demo,
sure.
if
Yep,
you want.
of
Just
course.
remind me. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not reading the chat because I'm not used
No,
to
no, no, no,
Twitch.
no. You should not, of course.
Yeah, but remind me after. Um, so for the reader designer, it will be quite the same. It will be really quick, I guess. But the difference is that currently we can manage multiple reader pages, and that will be a really good feature for you, I guess, and as many topic templates as needed. So it's a good feature to have multiple reader pages because you will be able, depending on metadata, to provide different user experience depending on the type of document the user is viewing. So that's quite cool. Just like the search results, if we go to the reader section, there are two parts. The first is the reader pages, so the page itself, and the topic templates. So just like the search results, you will be able to manage every topic display. Then in the contextual components, I mean, it's the same. We have specific components like the mini table of content, previous page, next page, and so on. We will cover them. But first, I wanted to show you that just like for the search, we are able to do the same classic search, but with the designer. A good exercise we made is that one of our clients asked to develop the same classic reader, but with the designer. So it's a good base for this client, and then he can maybe modify the layout as he wants. And actually, what you see is not the classic reader, it's behind the scene, the designed one. So we managed to do it with all the components we have. Some custom CSS was needed, especially for the tabs here, but I mean, it's possible. So I wanted to show you that you can do it. And then let's go. We go to the reader. So let's go here in the reader. It's already on design, so I don't have to worry about it. And we'll go to the default reader and modify it. Just for the search, I just prepared a little layout. It's quite simple, 3 columns and so on. So we don't have to worry about it. And just a quick reminder about this button here. The preview configuration is really helpful for the reader because when we will drag and drop all of the contextual components, I will hide all the other components. The preview will focus on one document, but if you need to preview one specific document, go to the preview here. And then in document, it's specific for the reader page. You will be able to enter a keyword, so it will search in your documents to preview the good one. So for my example, I will preview the introduction to drones. So as you can see, currently previewing with map introduction aux drones, which is introduction to drones. So I'm happy with it, and I can begin my to build my reader. So first, in the header here, I will put the document title. So it's here. I will just change quickly the size. So it's not big enough. I will put 2 rem. So as you can see, it's the correct title because I'm previewing this document currently. Then here we can add some metadata. So let's add just 2 metadata. So you have to, of course, select bind the good metadata here. So I propose you the source name. I will keep it simple. And then a quick tip, if you don't want to drop it again and so on, you can just duplicate the first one and then modify the metadata here. It's quicker. So I will go for the local. Okay, I have my 2 metadata. Now I propose you here to add an action block because we have action blocks too for the reader pages. So I will put it here. And then what I want to do with this action block is just the copy link to clipboard. I will keep it simple, but you have the print document, print topics, add personal book, add to personal book, sorry. And the feedback interface you can open and the add to collection. So a bunch of actions. And within it, just like for the search, we need to put a content. So we go to the basic and a simple rich text will do the job. I will put a copy link. And same, I will go back to my action block and just change the dimensions here. I don't want it to be min width 200 pixels. It's too wide. Not that bad. Then we'll focus on the center, the left side. I will put a search in document first. So we'll be able to search some keywords within the document. Then we can put the table of content just here. Just quickly, if you go to the settings for the table of contents, you have some settings you can change, but it's most of them are about the appearance of this table of contents. You can modify all the icons here, add a plus and minus icon if you have a tree here, and so on. You can always expand your table of content. So I will stick with the basic ones because it's quite good for me. And then we can put maybe the attachments. So if you attach some documents to your, some unstructured documents to the document you are previewing, you can view them here. As you can see, currently we have no attachments to display, sorry. So if you want to be sure that it's the way you want here, you can always change the preview configuration. So I know that there is one document here, one attached document to this API reference guide. So as you can see, it's displayed correctly, and you can change some settings by adding, for example, the icon.
I'm gonna eat later. Yeah.
Here. I will go back to my introduction to drums. Okay. Then in the center, we can put the content itself. Will be great. So you have it here. Perfect. And then under it, I prepared a simple block to show the previous and next page, because currently I'm in a document that is made for paginated content. If the document is not configured this way, it will be the infinite scrolling you already know. But I wanted to show you the most components I get here. So I will put the paginated content. So previous, next page. Also, you can change the appearance, of course, the text content, the icons, and if you want the icon to be after or whatever, you can change it here. Then to the right side, we will put our page title. So not the document title, but the page title. Here, it's this name. So it's here. It's a reminder of the one we are looking currently. And a mini table of content under it. I will just change the settings, hide talk if empty, and always expanded because I will not have a bunch of content, so I want it to be always displayed. And then I don't really need it, but I will put it so it's more complete, the document feedback. And I think it's a good start. We can save this reader and then go to our introduction to drones document. It's not the good one, I guess. Okay, it's this one. So I wanted to show it, to show this document so you can see the paginated content and the mini table of content. So as you can see, we have our reader, and if I go next, I'm on classifications. And then under classifications, we have our mini table of content with range, size, height, and altitude. So it shows all the content of the drone. And if we try maybe a search, so the weight, I don't know, then you can see that the content is highlighted, just like Guillaume showed you before. And here too, you have the preview of the keywords and the position of them. And that's it. That's cool. So that's for our first reader. I'm happy with it, so it can fit most of my content, most of my documents. But what if? What if we want that some documents more marketing type? If you want to display them differently. So by marketing type, I want them, to be more like simple web pages. I don't want this left and right columns and all of these icons to copy link and add to bookmark. I don't really care about it. We can do so, and this is the use case I propose you to show you that you can add multiple readers. So it's quite simple. We go back to the reader, and then I will duplicate it because it's a good start. So you can duplicate, and then I will name it marketing reader. I will modify it, and then I will delete everything I don't need. So first the metadata, then this copy link. I need to delete the whole action block. Okay, even this section. The left column I don't need. The right column I don't need. My main column is now not that wide, so I will just need to go back in the styles and in the columns and then change the display, because currently it's 1 frame, 2 frames, and 1 frame. It was made for 3 columns. So I just need 1 frame because it's 1 column. Okay. And that's it. I want it to be as simple as it can be. Then it's cool. We have 2 readers, but we need to say somewhere that we want to display this reader or this reader depending on some metadata again. So to do so, you can go to Portal, then Reader Page. And under Reader Page, we have this tab, the Designed Interface. If you go here, you can add some Reader Page rules. So I will add a new rule, and I will display the marketing reader depending on the metadata requirement. So what is this requirement? It's that my document type is marketing. I will save and save again. Don't forget to save again here. So now that we made it, if I go back to my introduction to drones, which is a marketing document, if I, maybe not, I don't remember. No, maybe that's if I go here. Okay, sorry. This one is a marketing document. And as you can see, we don't have the 2 columns I don't need. And it's really simple. I want to display it like raw content. But the last problem is that we don't need all of these action blocks because it's too oriented for the other contents. I don't want it anymore. So we will go to the reader again. And then in the topic templates, we didn't see it. So every time you display, a topic, you can modify just this with the topic templates. So I will go back here. And I only have one topic template. So I will again duplicate this one because it's quite cool. I will show you simple. As you can see, it's only a topic title, all of the action blocks to do this action like print and add to PBK and so on. And we cannot see it here because of the preview. It's not previewing a good document, but we have an abstract of the document. And I will duplicate this one and I will name it marketing. Oops, sorry. Marketing. Okay. And then I will modify it and just delete this action block because I don't need it. Okay. And the last thing we need to do is to bind this marketing topic template to my marketing reader. So I go back to the marketing reader. And then if I modify the content component, if I go to the settings, just like for the search results, you can configure the topic template. So I want my marketing template, topic template. And as you can see, we don't have the quick actions anymore. So if I go to my front and refresh, then I really have a simple page for some marketing content without any useless actions. But if I stick to another document, which is not a marketing document, I will have my other reader page.